The medical health system is just so effed up. There's not something wrong with you. There's something probably wrong with your hormones, like had a seizure. Hello, today is so exciting because guess what? It's day one of my functional medicine journey. I have been waiting for 3 years. I've been having babies. I just had 2 babies. I just breastfed. And I know the power of functional medicine because fun little fact about me is I actually went to school to be a PA. So your girl is gonna like nerd out for a little bit, but I think that you guys are gonna absolutely love this. And I know that I'm gonna change somebody's life. Let me just talk to you guys about how effed up our medical system is. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, almost 3 years ago, my husband woke up and his body decided that he was allergic to everything that he has been eating, drinking his whole life. We were in Vegas. I was there for my business. Jesse came with me to Vegas and I was getting a blowout at Dry Bar, and right next to Dry Bar in the Cosmopolitan, there is a like green juice place. And Jesse lives for green juice and a ginger shot. And he ordered a green juice and a ginger shot, and he went into anaphylactic shock. Had a seizure, died 2 times. That's what they told me. I actually thought he died in the ambulance. It was the most traumatic. I suffer from the craziest PTSD because of that. He walked down the stairs outside of the Cosmo. We were outside, and then I could tell like something was wrong, and I looked at him and I said, "Do you need me to call 911?" And he said yes, and like my heart literally dropped to my vagina. My husband is such a like alpha male. Like he would never be like call somebody. Like he's the guy that's like, leave me alone, I'll figure this out. And when he said yes, like I went into a pure panic. He went down immediately. He like had like leaned against the wall and then went down. All of a sudden his throat closed and he started having a seizure. And guess what? Not one person stopped in Vegas helped me. There's a Starbucks, there's a door there, but it's not a entry door, so it was locked. I was kicking and bashing the door and screaming on top of my lungs as my husband and father of 2 kids is having a seizure on the sidewalk. And I kid you not, I'm pretty sure people just didn't stop because they're used to like people being strung out in Vegas or like partying in Vegas. But like I needed help, and my husband went down from a green juice and a ginger shot. When I called 911, I was like so hysterical that like somebody had to grab my phone and like talk to the ambulance people. It was wild. It took them forever to get there, but somebody had come out and they were a firefighter in Canada, and that person helped me, and then some other people helped me as well. His body was trying to breathe so hard. I'm pretty sure when the medics got there, they thought he was dead. Like they dragged him by his feet to the ambulance. And I thought Jesse had died too. I'm like screaming at them too. I get in the ambulance, I call Jesse's father because they're pretty much telling me that Jesse's like dead and not breathing. Not one doctor to this day, 3 years later, my husband still has the same problems, can tell him what is wrong. He's flown to California, to New York, all over Florida, Miami for the best doctors. We've gone from his head to sugar levels, to mast cell activation. He can no longer have gluten. This was like the biggest eye-opening experience on how the medical system is just so messed up. So yeah, I'm starting my own personal journey today. If you like this, or if you wanna learn more about this, make sure that you follow along because I'm gonna educate on every ingredient they put me in, on every peptide they put me in. I'm gonna show you guys my results from this. So this is just the beginning of this journey, and I'm just so excited to do this with you guys. We're doing 3 tests. We have a Dutch Plus test. This is gonna test progesterone, estrogen, creatine, cortisol, literally all these words I can't pronounce, so I'll save you guys. I have actually done this test once before and it changed my life. I immediately went on supplements, and I swear that those supplements were like life-changing, so I'm just so excited to go back on this. So these are 6 6 urine samples, and then I have about 4, I believe, saliva samples. And what this is gonna do is going to monitor just my hormones throughout the day. And I suffer like crazy from insomnia. I wake up at 3 a.m. every single night. I promised my doctor if she can get me sleeping, I will stop gardening. AKA, you know what I really mean. But I garden to go to bed, and then I garden at like 3 a.m. in the middle of the night to go back to bed. So my whole life, I've really been like this. So I'm so excited because the next one is the genetic testing, and that is gonna determine like my DNA makeup and basically how that affects my life. So I know that I have the dirty gene. It's called the MHFTR. And basically I can't detox and I can't methylate. I already know this from my last testing, but I'm going with a better functional medicine practitioner. And I love her. She has healed Jessie. She's been the only physician that Jessie has come across that has asked for every lab, that has sat down, has studied, has asked for history. Like, she is the bomb.com. And Jessie's done a podcast with her husband, so you guys will hear more about his journey and my journey. Jesse's journey is more like do or die because he's allergic to soy, allergic to gluten now. For me, I just know I have like a stress, methylation, detox problem. I have my latte here. She'll be like watching this video like, are you kidding me? You have a iced latte as you have your genetic and hormone testing in front of you. So number 2 is gonna be the gene testing, and this is gonna help me figure out what I have in my genes that's affecting my health. And it's because you walk into a doctor, they don't know what your blood work looks like. They don't know if you have a magnesium deficiency. They don't know if you have this certain gene that doesn't allow you to process vitamins the way that your body should. And it's mind-blowing that this right here is not the standard of medicine. I literally think it should be illegal for a doctor to treat you before doing all of this testing. They need to know your hormones. They need to know everything. The instructions literally take you step by step. So it says find your kit code 2 inches. So this is a little vial. It says do not eat, drink, smoke, chew gum, brush your teeth for 1 hour before taking your sample. If you can, collect your sample first thing in the morning before you brush your teeth, eat, or drink anything. And then test number 3 is an extensive blood panel. And this goes far beyond what a normal doctor would just order. Like, she ordered me specific things that they need to, I guess, test for. So I did that this morning, and I did that fasted. I woke up, I went to LabCorp, she ordered everything, I paid for it ahead of time. They came in and they took probably like 8 vials of blood. So I did that today, so check. I'm actually gonna do this tomorrow morning. BRB, we are gonna do this in the morning. Good morning. So I just remove the cotton ball. I have to pee so bad, so I'm like, now I'm gonna go pee on this real quick. You don't wanna touch it. Yay, collection number 1 is done. Good morning. So 2 timers on my phone. I have 1 for going for 30 minutes upon waking up, 2 for 60 minutes upon waking up. These are all the collections, so I have to fill this out completely. I just want to show you guys. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a full-time job. We're gonna be busy today. Okay. And then I just peed on this. So this is dry for 24 hours and then tuck in here. My next samples are all out. Okay, now for the gene testing. This was the one that I thought we were gonna do yesterday. I was like, nah, let's do it in the morning because it just really recommended the morning. So rub the swab firmly against your cheek 15 to 20 times, similar to brushing your teeth. Rotate the swab as you're rubbing, covering the cheek from top to bottom and side to side. So here's my DNA. So basically we're getting my DNA mixed with the solution inside. So now this is gonna tell me my genes. Okay, so I have 3 saliva samples and 2 urine samples. My DNA kit is all set up. I will be dropping that off at FedEx. These are going to stay in the freezer until I ship out. So this is what we're dealing with next. A 4 p.m. saliva, a 4 p.m. urine, a bedtime saliva, a 10 to 12 a.m. urine sample, and then when I wake up in the middle of the night, insomnia, like middle of the night sample. Okay, we are officially done with our functional medicine testing. So we did 3 tests. We did the blood, an extensive blood panel. We did the Dutch test, which is the hormone where I'm spitting into the vials, the urine samples, and that's gonna track cortisol levels, hormones, all the above. And then we also did the DNA testing too. So all of that will be sent, and I'm just happy that I'm like starting it and doing it. So this is the end of episode 1. Come back because it's only gonna get better. And even if you aren't testing or have the ability to do this, you could probably learn something. I spend a lot of money on this, so I kind of like to talk about it, educate it, and sometimes you guys can pull stuff that might help you. That's really what I hope happens. And I just like want every single girl from your 20s to your 30s, there's not something wrong with you. There's something probably wrong with your hormones. You probably have like a methylation problem. So please, like, it's not you, it's your body and how it's functioning in the world. This is your sign to go get your hormones checked, your DNA genes tested, and we can go from there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week.